Hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between, this is Rebellious Pastry here. Sorry I'm a minute late. I forgot I literally had to grab my guest in person. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maddie. I go to school.
Or IRL obligation, I tend to say that. IRL obligation.
Okay.
But yeah, I met the... Can you please say your pronouns?
Oh yeah, she, her.
Alright, I met her during IRL obligation. So, this is the first time we've ever had a guest on in person. Most generally, it's a phone call. So, this feels a little weird. Just because, it's two of us in person versus, two of us over the phone. And then Alrighty, do you have any announcements? Do you have any, social media accounts? Do you have any, thing you want to share with the base?
Can I plug my LinkedIn?
Why LinkedIn?
Because I'm trying to build my network. You can find me on LinkedIn. Send me a message though before I connect with you. Madison Patton 444 is my URL. So linkedin.com/Madison Patton 444.
Just so you know, some of my fans are from out of the country.
Gotcha.
Too. So yeah. Anyways, so swear jar. You guys probably got scared by the thumbnail, but don't worry. That I just made it menacing on purpose. So today, me and Madison are going to use random words as swear words. And gonna try and make each other laugh. The person that laughs the least will win. And there's no prizes for this, but if we happen to go ahead and reach 500 today, or 500 subscribers today, which I'm currently at 498, then if we hit 500 today, then I'm probably gonna lose it in the middle of stream. But in a good way, lose it in a good way. And then what else? What other announcements do I have? Guest in person, almost 500. I think that's it. Oh, another thing is I want to go ahead and shout out Sci-Fi Nation. I was on his show just randomly because he needed, I don't know, he had an open panel show, so I just hopped on there, and his base is also really nice, so people from his fan base might hop in just because of the fact that I was on his show. And yeah, shout out to Sci-Fi Nation. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. So, swear jar. We haven't done this episode before, but what we're going to do is use random words as swear words. How batch participation is going to work is make sure you go ahead and put a donut emoji either before or after your word so that we know that you're talking to us instead of each other, because I don't want to read in the middle of your conversation randomly and just be awkward. So yeah, I'm gonna think of some things, and Maddie's gonna think of some things. And in general, we're just trying to go ahead and make each other laugh here. I'm gonna start with son of a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna start with that one. Do you have anything to do to top me on this?
I would go with not currently.
No. No.
I'll think about it. I came unprepared.
Oh. Oh man, you son of a... I'm trying to think here. You son of a peanut butter biscuit.
That's a good one. I don't like peanut butter on biscuits. It's too dry, right? In your mouth?
Yeah.
I would say it's way too dry in your mouth.
Yeah. I just randomly thought of that one. You've got to be forking kidding me.
Classic. That's fun.
Just think of a random word and see if it fits.
Well, I want to make sure it flows. So why don't tell me a little bit and we can talk to me.
Let's see here. Don't say the actual word on air, but like what kind of like common swearing sayings do you know? Don't say the bad word on air.
All of them.
All of them.
I'm pretty familiar with cursing. It's gonna be hard for me to not curse during this.
One of the rules for this episode is to go ahead and use random things as swears.
Yes, for sure. I would say like let me throw something out here. What the ostrich pants.
What the ostrich pants.
I felt good about that one.
Oh man. You son of a fluffy cloud.
I like clouds. Okay, fair. Okay. Do we go back and forth?
Yes.
Okay. I did a really good job reading the rules, apparently.
But to be fair, more of our pre-stream chat today was more of the whole like me remembering to actually grab you instead of calling you on the phone, like a stupid, like a freaking dumb potato I am. Like the dumb potato I am. Yeah. So I was a dumb potato today.
Okay. I just thought of this one.
Yes.
Don't be a titty tyrant.
That's
what I'm thinking.
That's kind of cheating. You kind of still used a bad word.
Titty
there.
is not a bad word. We could argue about this.
Let's see here. I said, all right. You've gotta be. Let's see here. I already used fork. You've gotta be spatula kidding me. That didn't work. Dang. Alright.
That's a cool mug.
Yeah. Anyway,
So you never say your real name, right?
Nope.
Okay, good to know. Be very careful.
Pastry's my real name, as far as anyone knows on this channel.
Sure. Pastry is very, very hospitable. They gave me a very nice tea. Really made me feel at home. So thank you.
Yeah. It's a part of being here in person.
Oh yeah.
But
the whole experience.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just looking around my room here.
Trying to come up with something.
Yeah. You son of a box fan. We're not just using objects in my room. I'm just trying to think of things. And think of any swear word saying. I personally use you gotta be blank and kidding me, honestly. Because it's just the easiest one. The thing is that I'm so clean-mouthed most of the time that it's like, I don't know all of the swearing sayings. But yeah. Yeah. Don't feel nervous. My base is pretty good with life. If anything, I'd make fun of you more than they would. Just because.
That's good.
Do you feel nervous being on the show?
Maybe I'm not my quickest, you know?
Yeah?
Not my wittiest. I gotta really get
You
there.
really gotta take it up a few notches.
I do.
Don't you?
do.
You're like Pastry. You gotta be maple syrup thing me right now with all of your podcasting. It's not my penning fault that you're so used to your shows. Freaking plush dinosaur.
Okay, you know that saying that Irish people say?
No.
It's like F you effing F. Have you ever heard that?
Not really.
Okay, but they say the real word, so I'm just trying to think like
You
went goose, you goose and goose. That's not very
that
good.
that seems very generic. Let's see here. Light polling light pole? No, that don't work. You stapling staple. God. Just so you know, part of Audiogames is not being very good at the game, apparently. This is how things normally go on this show. Honestly.
What is your favorite audio game to do?
Let's see. It depends on... With different people, it'd be different games.
Okay.
But, like, just, like, trying out a new one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But currently isn't the Q&A.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I'm gonna have one of those in December-ish time. But yeah, you've gotta be fanning kidding me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I already said son of a peanut butter sandwich, didn't I?
Sneeze.
It's fine. I've literally coughed on my show before. I've gotten, like, I don't know. I've burped on this show. You've got to be burping kidding me. What in the what was going through my tissuing head when I thought of this scissoring game? What was I thinking when I was thinking of this game?
Okay, like Holy Mother of Baskets.
Holy Mother of Baskets. I would have said Holy Mother of Laundry Baskets.
Oh.
Just to go ahead and throw in a little extra punch.
Oh,
Let's see here. You son of a purple elephant. I gotta think of more swearing sayings.
I know, that's what I'm trying to think of.
You swear like an email and sailor. That makes no sense, but it's funny.
That is funny.
I'm not mad enough for this game. What is flagging wrong with me? What other swearing sayings do you know? I swear, I will have to look these things up. Oh man. Swear. I'm too clean mouthed guys, girls, and the in-betweeners. Whenever someone swears on the show, it's normally not me.
You never curse?
Only when I'm frustrated.
Really? So you save it for when it really counts?
Yes. That's pretty much the only way to go ahead and make swear words actually count.
Yeah, if you're like me, they don't really count. They're just filler words. That's what I should do. Is like
you son of a polka dot top. Why do you painting so swearingly? I'm just making you perfuming question your life. Let's see here. Hello, Lost Wallet. Please think of some filler words so that Maddie can go ahead and
have a chance at playing this game.
Because she is so chippin' bad at this. She really needs some notepad and help here.
Yeah.
You just gotta think of, like, oh, you gotta use cheesecake.
Cheesecake, that's a good one.
Think of how you can use cheesecake.
I can use cheesecake a billion times. A billion cheesecake times. I can use.
But you gotta, like, make it seem like a swear word, though.
Right. But I'm not mad at you.
Oh, man. You freaking cheesecake.
You freaking frosted flake.
You son of a script notebook.
Son of a dragon's egg. That's not a good one.
A dragon's egg. You son of a cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
I meant to say cock-a-doodle-doo, but I guess it's chock-a-doodle-doo now. Oh man, apparently forgetting how to speak is also a part of this show. What other desserty type things are you gonna use against me in a lovingly swearing manner?
I really want to incorporate cinnamon roll because it just really opposes the entire idea of a curse word.
You freaking cinnamon roll?
Yeah.
What are you bunnin' doing here?
Ooh, that's good.
Cheese souffle. You gotta use cheese souffle in something now, Maddie. You gotta use it. The fans thought of it. Now you must use it.
Cheese souffle. I don't know. I just want to actually curse. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's kind of a part of this game to not swear. Maybe we should have put you on another episode. But how was I supposed to cheese ball and know that you were going to be so wallin' bad at this?
I don't know. cheese souffle, no either. We'll just put it that way.
Wow. I don't even know what to bracelet say anymore.
I don't know what to fine fragrance miss say either. That was my best work so far.
You piece of sauerkraut. You piece of sauerkraut.
This is going so dermatologist tested bad.
You're just reading my gumming bottle now? Wow. Oh man, you piece of sauerkraut's good.
Yeah.
Sauerkraut is so florin bad, you know? If only it could not mountingly exist. What a light-sockingly bad idea.
Yeah.
Socketly bad idea. You library fair scholastic number 2 pencil.
That one's funny. That one's really funny. I feel like the more detailed it is, the better.
Yeah.
You penne pasta. You penne.
You penne pasta? How could you do this? Let's see. You son of a basket.
You piece of used tissue paper.
You
dirty Kleenex.
You whiteboard spray.
You filthy snot bubble.
You son of a poster. Son of a poster.
You Tampax pearl.
You son of a napkin.
You son of a sanitary napkin. You used menstrual pad.
You living room couch. You're finally getting a hang of this. Finally.
I'm getting in the flow.
Son of a beeswax candle.
That's a classic. I like that.
Son of a beeswax candle. You son of a banana split. What else can you think of?
You little shrimp. You little shrimp. I just want to be sweet to you. I don't want to be mean.
I get that a lot. Sometimes you just gotta. You sometimes gotta act like a flannel shirt to me. You sometimes gotta. You sometimes gotta act like a flannel shirt. And remember, you're not doing this to me. You're doing this to the podcast show. Meaning, you're doing this for the sake of, you're doing this for the sake of the, fan base. Mm-hmm. They asked for it. Don't blame us. I am not blaming you guys. I'm saying that I'm doing it for you guys, for your guys' entertainment. Ain't that right?
That's totally right.
But this son of a fluffy rug doesn't want to play the game.
I'm trying. I'm failing at the game. I'm not an improv star, okay?
Yeah.
You didn't let me into the improv club.
Oh. Were they being very pepper sprayy to you?
I would say so. I would say that they are being poop smeared tennis shoes.
You could have just said tennis shoes.
Why wouldn't I add poop smeared?
I don't know.
I think it's funnier if it's body related.
Body related? Wow, you really are watering me off right now.
You piece of stepped in gum, all covered in dog fur and crumbs.
You son of a fluffy blanket. Man, that's too similar to Fluffy Rock. I really gotta go ahead and think of more objects. Why don't we go ahead and just randomly talk and just randomly go ahead and have say random things as swear words as we speak.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yep. So, what do you do for fun?
So I watch a lot of TV. I straight up watch a lot of TV. Not a lot of hobbies. I'm learning how to sew. But it's a very slow process. It's kind of challenging, like the very beginning. I feel like as you get to know more, it becomes easier. But like setting up a machine and stuff like that can be really challenging. So, it's a very slow process for me. But yeah, lots of TV, hanging out with friends, hanging out with my boyfriend all the time.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't have a adoring boyfriend. How the sticky notepad am I supposed to hang out with a boyfriend if I don't have one? Come on here. I'm such a book and asexual and aromantic. I can't have a boyfriend.
Are you comfortable talking about that on the pod? Do you?
Yeah. It's open. I'm an open arrow ace on Pastry.
Do you consider yourself very introverted? No, not introverted. Just not really romantically
attracted. Most people tend to Wait, I already used basket. Some people tend to containerly misjudge aromantics and asexuals as pillowing introverts. Yeah. And it's really frigid, frustrating.
Right. Well, I don't think there's a lot of satin pillowcase information on aromanticism, asexuality, and personally I'm pretty ignorant on it, so I would love to hear more about your experiences and like how that affects you.
Let's just say that it's very sketchbook and unfortunate the fact that people do not really know much about aces and arrows. But then again, we are we're addressing 1% of the population here.
What do you think your kumquatin most important thing you would want to tell people? If you could tell people one thing about either of them or both of them together, what would you want to tell everybody?
I would want to go ahead and tell everyone that you son of a plastic folder, you think, here's the thing. People don't, frisbee and need a loving partner to go ahead and be happy. People can just be single, you know?
For sure. And I think that says a lot about, like, you as a person, because a lot of people crave security and validation from other people.
Honestly, I feel like mostly I feel like the validation tends to come more from the donut batch than a partner, honestly.
I think that's awesome that you have such a good community that you feel that way, because obviously, and I'm not sure what your experiences are, I watch a lot of YouTube, especially really big people that just have to try to ignore like loads of hate, and I feel like that could be really discouraging, especially if you're a sensitive person.
Honestly, I just tell them to go. Honestly, I've had a few hate comments before, and I pretty much am like, you son of a plastic chair, I don't care about your Pop-Tart opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I tend to say. I tend to make fun of them on the channel.
That's good. You tell them to forklift off.
Nice one. Forklift off. You can go back to the Walmart where you came from. Because the fact that you do not like my stuff ain't going to bed frame tell me what to do. Bed framing tell me what to do.
Was it initially like challenging or scary to start this channel?
Yes, it was.
What was the most challenging or scary part?
I'd say actually posting the first video, because I knew that I was going to laundry baggingly hate it by the time I posted my 100th. Sticky's like, yo, are so close to 500. Sticky Art's an art YouTuber that is bigger than me. He's known for drawing things. He's bigger than me.
Do you follow, keep up with them?
Yeah, I mostly watch streams.
How much time would you say you spend on the internet?
Oh, son of a whiteboard! Why would you ever cheating to ask me? You shower basket.
Is it consensual dolphin intercourse personal?
You son of a concrete sidewalk. You bookshelving drawing pad. We do not ask that question.
I definitely do. I spend a lot of time on the internet. I'm a big Pinterest girl. I'm all about Pinterest.
Pinterest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not on Pinterest for a reason, you know.
Why do you say that?
At least 500 subs took me 3 years of posting. Yeah, it took me about like 3.5 for me to get to hopefully 500 today. I'm currently still at 398, but so when you say time on the internet, would you include the time I spend offline making videos?
Yeah, I would.
You son of an air vent. How dare you go ahead and expose me like this? Anyways, Sticky, just so you know, we're playing Swear Jar, where we basically use totally innocent words as swear words and see who can come up with the most creative saying, and see who can laugh the least. But yeah, let's just say that, what do you mostly spend time on the internet doing?
I actually watch a lot of YouTube, and like I kind of go through my different phases of what I get into. I'm subscribed to like a bajillion people, but I like like so many different like sects of YouTube. Like I really got into interior design this week.
Oh,
And so,
cheese and rice.
Yeah.
Cheese and rice.
I watch a lot of that kind of content. I'm getting really into like, 70s revival and like stuff like that because I'm graduating soon. So for me, thank you. So I'm thinking like, okay, like how would I have my first apartment, and when I have like big girl money, like what would I want to spend on like for furniture and stuff like that. It's one of those things I really enjoy because I'm such like a homebody. So that's, I don't know why, I just went on a whole tangent about there, but oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, let's see here. Why do you, computering so much on the internet about furniture?
I don't know, I think it like brings me peace. I like to make things pretty, and I like to make things feel good, feel homey. And like growing up, I didn't really like the way that my house like was like upkept and stuff, and like I didn't feel like people were comfortable at my house, I guess. And so now that I'm, gonna graduate and gonna have my own place, like I want a space where people always feel like they can come like spend the night, or like have some tea or whatever. I want, you know what I mean? Like,
so you're gonna rip off what I do to the guests of the show? You son of a sunny sky.
That's pretty sweet. Thanks. But no, yeah, like, yeah, I like that, and I'm looking forward to that. So, but I also, I watch so much. I really like commentary a lot. So, like Drew Gooden. There's this one person. I'm so bad with like a lot of people's names. There's this girl Mia that I really like. Just like a lot of commentary, social commentary. I like learning about all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, so you're basically the type of person that us YouTubers basically bust our door locks on trying to get to watch our things.
Oh yeah, well, I usually, if I like, more than one video, I would say, like if I really connect to somebody, I always subscribe, so I try to be like supportive in that way. But yeah, I feel like YouTube's such a weird space because there's got to be like, I don't know, I'm sure there's a real number for it, but I'm guessing like hundreds of thousands of like creators legitimately trying to get their stuff out there. And you can talk to somebody and be like, oh, have you seen this YouTuber? They have like 5 million subscribers, and the person's like, I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
It's so taping hard to get a fan base on here.
For sure. I guess that's what like Sticky's kind of saying too. Like, it does take a lot of time.
Yeah, but sorry, the thing that I tend to focus the most on with YouTube is just making sure my fans actually like me and my things, so that they go ahead and feel comfortable with sharing it with others.
That's great. I think if you lead and you do stuff with integrity, not just like with 100% like clickbait and stuff like that, then you're gonna have a sincere fan base. And obviously you've built a community that genuinely cares about you, and it's not based on like anything flashy.
Yeah, I just feel like that is very umbrella-y how some YouTubers treat their fans.
Mm-hmm. No, I would have to agree. I think you got a great thing going here, and it just takes a ridiculous amount of time. So.
Yeah, and because YouTube is so gift-baggingly bad with the monetization, I felt like I had to go ahead and get my water bottle together and make something other than animations to make watch time even partly work.
I don't know if this is something you're uncomfortable talking about, so you just tell me if this is not something. But are you at this point making money off of your content?
Oh, nope.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I personally do not. I do not make money yet. The money threshold is 1K subscribers with like a ridiculous amount of watch time, and the watch time has to be done within 1 year.
Oh wow, okay.
But yeah, it is so.
I want to see what Sticky said.
My best advice is to not worry about the numbers. I don't worry about the numbers too much. About the numbers, just focus on self growth and improvement. Yeah, that's what I mostly focus on. It's just, it is so hard whenever some mattressing shorts creator just goes ahead and comforters past me. And it's just hard when someone who barely puts any work in their stuff gets more views than I do.
I want to say cream cheese shorts. I hate shorts.
Cream cheese shorts.
What? I just think, I mean, I guess, like, there are obviously, like, there are benefits and stuff, but I think I see what you mean just in terms of, like, because obviously, like, I scroll through them every once in a while, but it's just annoying that short-form content is being so celebrated right now because our little pea brains are just not, we just can't watch long-form anymore. Personally, I'm neutral over cream cheese. All right. Over cheese? All right, fair enough.
But the thing is that because of drawing TikTok, all the long-form content creators are starting to degrade because of how many people are paying attention to shorts.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's so weird because, like, so I've never had a TikTok. Like, I've seen TikToks people send me, and, like, it just shows me them on the internet, but I'm not, like, scrolling through TikTok. And so, personally, like, I never bought into any of the hype, which is, like, obviously, it's a legitimate platform. I'm not gonna, like, diss the platform. There's great things on it, but it is annoying for YouTube, and it's, like, interesting because I think that's where people have gotten really interested is short form, whereas, like, for me, just personally, I've gotten super into, like ridiculously long form content. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna plug this guy Quentin Reviews. He does not need me to plug him. He's got a lot of subscribers. But he does this insane content where he did like a short Nickelodeon series where he literally reviewed like every single episode of Victorious, and he did iCarly, and he did Sam and Cat. And so it's like they're like 9 hours like long. They're insane. And so I'll just, every time I put my headphones on and I'm like walking somewhere, or I'm like, or you know, like cleaning my room or whatever, because I can't watch it all at once, but I'll like watch it in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, it's just such an ode to like their level of dedication, and it doesn't matter how hard you try in a short, it's probably not going to take you as long as Quentin took to make a 9-hour video about Victorious. You know what I mean?
Oh man, if I were to go ahead and make a 9-hour video, you guys would not, or no one would see me in 5 years.
Exactly.
Literally, no one would ever see me ever in 5 years. Yeah. I would literally have to go ahead and freaking order Uber Eats every meal of every day, and also go ahead and necklacing pretty much shut out the entire pants in world.
No, I mean, I agree. And also, like, your kind of content, too. I can't imagine how, like, I'm sure you've gotten it down, but I'm sure it takes a lot of time just to make, like, a few-minute video.
Yeah, I like to go ahead and estimate that it takes me about 10 hours each video.
Wow.
And I don't even count scripting. Because, like, the reason why I don't count scripting and how long it takes me to do things is because when it comes to scripts, I literally can't just make one. So it's like, okay, I'm going to dedicate this whole day to scripting. Because I can't just make one start to finish. I'm that person who starts with microwaving. I'm trying to go microwavely, like half scripts. And it's just so stylistic impossible to have one complete script. Most generally, I end with 10 halves.
10 halves?
10 half scripts.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I start writing a sentence for this story, and then I'm like, oh, there's this sneakerin story about this other thing that is totally unventing related. And it's just so plastic figurine hard to go ahead and board game my way through one script. I feel like we're playing Mad Libs right now.
So,
not gonna lie.
Let's say you did, like, you got a lot of subscribers, like over this new period of time, new chapter in your life, you gain a lot of subscribers. Would you want to make that, like, your living?
Yes. But the thing is that I am planning on to have another IRL obligation that is going to be easy for me to get a job.
Okay.
So that I don't go ahead and flash drive myself over and just go ahead and see what happens.
I think that's awesome, and I think it's just good to have options, but like making this a priority as well is really important. And it seems like you so far are doing like a really good job balancing everything.
Yeah.
But you don't want to ever lose your creativity, right?
Yeah. It's just the thing is that I am forever gonna plan on keeping this and my IRL obligations separate and like make videos after the fact just to go ahead and like make sure that I can go ahead and not have the videos I make taint my opinion of that current IRL obligation.
Totally. That's really important. I think it's good the way that you have struck a balance where you can maintain personal privacy. Because like that's not the experience for a lot of people, especially people that like show their face. It's pretty much a slippery slope eventually. Would you ever show your face?
I feel like it's something that I think like I would probably do it when I have a higher count, like way higher count, to the point of me completely toothbrushingly make money off of YouTube.
Right. But would that be like just an occasional thing, or would that become a big portion of your content?
I feel like if I were to show my face for too much of it, it would kind of keenly ruin it. Because most people tend to go ahead and I feel like tend to want more of the character than me. In fact, sometimes I feel like I want more of my character than me.
Why do you say that? Why do you Pop-Tart and say that?
I already used Pop-Tart.
You did? Teabag and say that. That's a real curse word.
Teabag. Oh my whiteboard spray. Oh my whiteboard spray.
But what do you mean? Like, what do you like about your character that you don't have, right? You, right?
It is just more of like a personal reason.
Okay.
But yeah, it's because when I created Pastry, and now even with pastries these days, I made a pastry with like my idealism, like what I idealize myself as, pretty much. That's why I tend to say that because here's the thing. Pastry has a flat chest. Anyway, I think you might be digging a bit too deep on this. You're probably trying to get me to swear more, aren't you? Swear
I don't
more.
I would never want to put you in a position where you didn't feel comfortable, but I also think it's extremely brave of you to speak about it as much as you have. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you ever want to have me on like if you ever do a show or whatever, I'd go ahead and go on almost as long as I'm not like having issues with the specific channel, I'll go on to almost anyone's stream. But yeah. So, are you having such a rubber banding good time?
I really am. Thank you for having me.
So, what are we going to fluffernutter now? What are we gonna fluffernutter up now?
I don't know. What do you think?
So, when you wanted to become the part of the show, why did you want to become a part of this show?
I first and foremost think you are just precious. I feel like ever since we. Oh my gosh! Don't be all whatever. I just do. Take it as a compliment. I really think you're a sweet person, you know, and I didn't meet you first as Pastry. I met you as you know.
IRL obligation and an IRL obligation.
And I see just like a really just genuine spirit in you. So I want to support you. And I've never done anything like this. Like, I don't think, I don't know what. I'm sure I'm on like a couple of YouTube videos somewhere in the ether that are like super old and horrible. But I hope I've never found, because I went through some phases where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, but then I couldn't really commit to it. And also, I mean, one thing about me, like I probably couldn't show my face. So it's been a really satisfying and interesting experience to set this up with you, and I'm very inspired by you, because this is something like I've thought like, oh, I want to do, and then I don't do it, and you like get up and like you do your stuff and you do it. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most common thing to hear someone doing, because like, let's think about this. If everyone were to do it, then it would just be a part of the norm. Mm-hmm. When the one thing I'm not is the norm, as I have pretty much shown through my videos. I've literally made fun of myself at least 3 times on this channel with not being able to cook a cherry potato, or not being able to go ahead and put back together my jarring microwave. And like and pencils like that.
No, I mean, it's true. It's kind of weird. I feel like there's this threshold where it's like, if you have the numbers, right? If you have the numbers, the subscribers, the likes, the views, whatever, then you cross a threshold where you become like legitimate, and then people are like, oh my god, like you're so cool, you're so creative, you do this and this and this. But before you get to that point and you're aspiring, I feel like the attitudes towards those people are really lame. Like, I just feel like we support people once they've had their success story, but we don't like motivate them and support them until they get to that point.
That's right? Honestly not my experience, honestly. Really? Because it's like people are like very bewildered by the fact that I actually spend a good amount of time animating, and yet how I somehow manage to still somewhat stay socially intact.
Okay.
It's just one of those things.
So would you say like people, like, is your like family supportive of you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Think about Mr. Beast. He had 100,000 subscribers for, I believe, 5 years? Yeah. At least he could make money off of it. But yeah, hey Sticky, why don't you go ahead and think of random frogging words that we can zoo and say. I think we should go ahead and like think of just like a specific topic and then pull words out of it. Like, ooh, let's do barn animals.
Barn animals? Okay.
And animal noises. But yeah, it's just hard to be a YouTuber. And the fact that it's just like, I'm just watching as like, like, I'm still at a, 498, which it is very movingly frustrating the fact that I'm just like so close to a milestone. But it's not quite there yet.
I know, but you're such an iconic ass hoe. Now hear me out. Ass.
You broke.
Ass is an animal. And hoe? Hoe is a tool. And we are in fact talking about barns.
You.
So no, I did not break anything.
You son of a rusty nail. Son of a rusty nail. How could you be so dirt mounding me right now? Oh frogwarts from Sticky Art. But yeah. Oh my, I swear. I don't even know what to think these days. But yeah, this is how things normally go on this show.
Yeah. I was watching a video earlier. I couldn't finish it because I was watching when I was getting ready. But you had another guest on.
So you were watching Audiogames, preparing for Audiogames?
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a different kind. I think it was drawing.
Oh, yeah. That was with my friend Red.
So I didn't get to watch all of it. So can you tell me about that?
How I thought of that idea was, it was with actually one of my other IRL obligation friends that he'd been on the channel, he'd been on the show once, and then when I asked him if he wanted another episode, he's like, no. It was like one of those things, like one episode was enough for the guy, which I couldn't blame him. Just so you know, his name is David, and he was a part of like some 21 questions game, which I've done another one since then, another 21 questions game. But yeah, it was like, I'm like, imagine if people who knew how to draw pretend like they couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine how funny that'd be. So I ended up being like, okay, let's pretend like we don't know how to draw at all.
No, that was funny. I remember the bees. That was funny.
Well, they weren't specific on what kind of bees.
Oh, shoot.
Barnacles. Oh, barnacles. I keep on... We're on farm animals, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I keep on clucking forgetting that this drawer is here.
Keep hitting it?
Yes.
In my head, I'm like, oh, moo.
Oh, I already used moo.
No, you did not, did you? I thought
Yes.
you used cow. Shoot. Oh, son of a cornstalk.
Cornstalk. I swear, if I did a Mad Libs audio games, then it would be too similar to this.
It would, yeah. This is a nice mic, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you have to invest?
I got it as a gift.
That's awesome.
It's a $80 recording mic.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It wasn't the most pricey thing ever, but like the original Blue Yeti is like pretty much twice the size, mostly taller. But it has like, so with this mic there's only the one direction in all directions. With the original one, which I was intending on getting, it had one way, two ways, three ways, always. This is just one way and all way. Most generally I tend to use one way whenever recording things. This is the first time I've actually used all way for all way.
What is that? What is all way?
Just like, so like with how the mic is, you're supposed to go ahead and like record from the front part.
Oh.
Always means like it picks up everything from this room.
Gotcha. That's so interesting. I don't know very much about that stuff at all.
But yeah, if you wanted to get into podcasting, I would recommend you know more. But then again, do you really need to get into podcasting when someone literally grassingly does it every week? Grass is on a farm, right?
Yes, grass is on. I like am really into podcasts too. Do you know, like, do you watch like Cody Co?
I don't really watch podcasts. I tend to be more on them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, whenever I personally watch streams, I tend to go ahead and be like one of those people that tends to get the chat all up excited. Mm-hmm. I just randomly just talk about random stuff in the chat. Which, fun fact, if you are like that and your base is like you, then you get a very random chat. Mm. And sometimes they literally grape juicingly saying about the Flintstones in the chat. I'm just like talking to my ex-co-host, which had to leave the show.
So did you used to do it completely? Like, was this whole project with another person originally?
Rebellious Pastry?
Yes.
No. The thing is that I can't really glue and trust anybody to go ahead and work on this with me, so it's just all me. It was always just all me, other than that one show, which had to be framed and canceled.
Oh.
But, the batch already knows.
Oh.
And they were there some of them were actually there during the 21st episode. That got taken down. But yeah.
That's muddy.
Yes. Muddy. That actually works. That's kind of cliche-ish, actually. But yeah. Thank you, Sticky, for sticking around.
Yeah, I really enjoy what Sticky's been saying. Like, really good conversation, and it's nice to have somebody so like into it.
Would you believe? Oh,
what?
I swear, one more person, and I'm going to literally cry on this episode.
That's so exciting.
And this is why I mostly don't check my phone during this episode, or during the show. I tend to sometimes get sidetracked with the show. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how many Sticky has. Think you'll want to check out Sticky art after this? Is he just sticking with you?
Yeah.
Sticky art is,
Oh, shit. I mean, okay.
Oh. That would have been okay if the challenge wasn't to try and find swear words. You school of fish.
I think I lost.
That's fine. Most generally, the main goal of these games is to entertain the son of the hot glue in chat. I literally had to think of this. This is a great format. Thank you. But yeah, we were still on farm animals. I really need to board and get my
Oh, that's nice.
what else? Oh, Sticky, you're going to make me freaking cry. All right. What other? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and change it to things in the sky.
Okay.
As far as like what we are making swear words out of. But yeah. If I end up making it to 500, I will airplanely cry so much I might have to end up piloting Stop This Stream early. Which I probably wouldn't, because like the batch literally would literally earn me crying on stream, because it's just like how it is. But yeah. So Shrek uses donkey as a swear word. But the thing is that he literally has a donkey on the show.
Yeah.
He literally has an ass on the show.
Sure.
Which apparently an ass is an animal. But why is it that people freaking banner... what are those, like, flying banner things? Like, you know, that are on the back of planes?
Yeah.
Like, what are they called?
I do not know. Those are funny.
What other things are in the sky? Technically, anything could be in the sky if you were to throw high enough.
True. That'd be pretty unidentified foreign object being really silly.
This show is pretty, like, trainingly funny, honestly. Wouldn't it be such a concept for there to be an episode where we are just so pillowcasingly serious all the shades time? That did not work, okay? I honestly feel like the fans tend to have, or the donut batch tends to have a better time if I trip up my words. Let's see. But yeah, so, oh man, this is just so nerve-wracking. The fact that I am candy availing the snicker, I can't even speak anymore. Help me. Things in the sky. Wait, what other themes can you think of? Food. Let's use food.
I like food.
Food. I already said cheese and rice, which is actually something I actually say in real life.
That's cute. That's funny.
And people are like, cheese and rice? They don't even go together. And I'm like,
oh my god, I was watching this video.
I'm like, dude, that's my swear substitute for
hilarious.
something else.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
Oh man. I once thought someone wanted cheese on their pickles because of an IRL obligation, which I'm gonna make a video about, or multiple, actually an entire series, which if we can go ahead and hit 500 today, I'll go ahead and give this stream a spoiler about what it's about. Ooh. And I also have another surprise that I would reveal this Saturday if I were to make it to 500 today.
That's exciting.
Which I'm gonna let Maddie know about it, but I'm not gonna let you guys.
Okay, what is it? Oh, okay.
But yeah, so if you guys want to know what I've been doing other than this, you said food, right? Other than this hamburgering channel, make sure I make it to 500 and stay there on Saturday.
You heard it here first, ladies and gents, and everybody. If you don't make them hit 500 subscribers. Oh yeah, 499.
499 is just such a nerve-wracking number. It's just such a nerve-wracking number. Can you agree with me?
I agree.
Like, I just have this random chicken nuggety pet peeve about numbers that end in 9.
You do?
Because once I got a 89% in a class that if you got 90% or more in the class, then you wouldn't have to take the final, and the final was on my birthday.
Oh, that's dirty.
So I got an 89.9 in that class.
That teacher is a small iced honey latte with oat milk and white coffee and substitute and add cream.
Oh man. It sounds like you work at a coffee shop.
Who knows?
But yeah. You've got to be bageling kidding me. But yeah, so, if you had to go ahead and ask a Storytime animator to make a video about anything, what would you ask them to make a video about? Oh
No
my
way.
fluffanator!
No way.
Look at this!
There's a stream hug. Stream hugs happening.
Look at this! Oh my.
Tell everybody what just happened.
Oh my grilled cheese sandwich. We made it to 500 subscribers today. Now let's just hope that YouTube don't fudge with the numbers.
That's food, right?
Yes. Fudge is food.
How do you feel? Like, let it sink in for a second, because you were talking about it happening and then it just happened.
Oh my god. I swear. I swear that just made this ice cream and stream like so much so I'm literally, I don't know what to say. We have an hour left. But anyway, you son of a sloppy joes. I actually made it. I actually donuted made it. Yeah, but yeah. So when you said sewing, how do you make it so that it don't hurt? Like, how do you make it hurt? How does it make it not hurt like a peanut butter cup when you accidentally stab yourself?
So that's probably one of the things I'm better at is like hand sewing. But what I'm trying to learn is like with a machine. So that like really doesn't, it's like a lot safer as long as you know how to do it correctly. So you don't really hurt yourself.
I've done it before.
But don't you have an announcement to make?
The fact that I made 500? Oh, crap. All right. So I worked at a sandwich shop, and the sandwich shop, for the sake of this channel, is going to be called Johnny Jams.
Okay.
So I worked at Johnny Jams.
Okay.
And I thought this one dude, which this is going to probably be on the second episode of, this is probably going to be on the second episode of, Or on the 3rd probably. I don't even know. I would have to check back with the script bank for which episode this is going to be on. But I thought someone was ordering a number 4, but he ended up ordering 4 pickles instead. So I asked him if he wanted cheese on it because I thought he was getting a turkey sandwich. And then he's like, cheese on pickles? What? I want more pickles. And then we both ended up just laughing because it's just like, I just chocolate barred messed up here. And yeah, I was lucky that he laughed at my mistake as much as I was laughing at that mistake too. But yeah, I'm still letting it sink in the fact that Fabric King made it to 500 subscribers. But yeah, so yeah, I worked at a sandwich shop for the sheer reason of I wanted to start a sandwich war with the odd ones out. That's literally one of the reasons why I took the job at Johnny Jams.
What do you mean? That's funny.
Have you ever seen the odd ones out?
No.
You son of a Red Lobster biscuit. How? How haven't you seen him?
I don't know.
I think this goes to show what you said earlier about someone could have so many subs but yet you have never seen them before. But yeah, let's see. But to be fair, I do tend to stick to what to my niche a lot.
Oh, okay.
That guy. Which, fun fact, the Odd Ones Out is currently at 18.2 million subscribers. But yeah, he did a series based off of Subway and called it Swoobway. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a second. I'm gonna try and start a sandwich war with the Odd Ones Out, which I'm such a Subway sandwiching small creator that I don't think that I'm gonna make it so too far, but I'm gonna try. Just for the fries of it. It seems like words that start with F seem to go ahead and work better for this.
True.
Because the most commonly said swear word is an F word.
It's the best one.
I would have to slide or disagree with you.
Why? What's your favorite?
I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna dumb bus.
That's a good one.
But yeah.
I like the B word. I use it. I call everybody the B word. As a term of endearment.
Let's see here. You call everyone bratwursts?
Yes, I do.
Wow!
I call everybody bagels with cream cheese.
Bagels and cream cheese. I've been having that for breakfast a lot lately.
That's a classic.
Because of, the very good toaster oven IRL obligation has.
Oh, gotcha. Good to hear.
But yeah, the breakfast here is so hash browningly bad. But at least the service is friendly.
Yeah, everybody's pretty nice. I don't know. I like it when they have the circle sausages.
I like more of the someone might clip this out. But yeah. Wait, not gonna lie. You can't see this, but when you have your hair like that, if you were to put a beanie with your hair like that, people probably would think you're non-binary or something. Not meaning that as an insult.
No.
Just meaning more of that, like,
Yeah.
like, I know your pronouns are she, her, but, yeah.
Pretty ultra femme. I'm probably, like, the most femme.
I swear, I swear, I milkshakingly know someone that is more femme than you.
Who?
Someone that I know in real life that have never been on this show before.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, she was actually the one that made me question my gender. Honestly.
Oh, why do you say that?
And it's just because, like, and this would probably be in a video at some point, but she was just so feminine, and I was learning about the flags because I thought I was an ally. Turns out I was a part of the community. Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned this part in the video, but it was like, this girl was so feminine where I was even starting to question if I was even a girl.
Oh, okay.
She was just so femme where I'm just like, maybe I'm not a girl. Wait up. Okay. And then I ended up figuring out that I was such a, rice in a gender.
No, I'm obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm pretty, like, cis, like, you know, straighty lady, but...
Straighty lady?
I would say, like, I'm definitely into girls, just, I think, less than guys. And so, I mean, obviously, like, sexuality and gender, like, are different, but it just, like, I don't know, like, relates, I think, and so, just thinking about that, I definitely understand having instances like that where you meet somebody that kind of shows you, like, or it just gives you doubts where you're like,
Like, most generally, when people tend to question their gender, it's because people tend to find someone that resembles the gender they're questioning for. Mm-hmm. When I literally met someone that was so much like the gender that I was questioning from that I started to question from it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I honestly think that Pastry looks better in dress shirts than dresses. You probably have never seen Pastry in a dress, and that's probably because I didn't want to go ahead and do that to me again.
Okay. So
myself again, yes?
So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm pretty ignorant on, like, non-binary experience. Do you still have days where you feel very feminine, or do you not really feel those?
So, it depends with non-binary people. It honestly depends on the non-binary person. Some people have their gender be stagnant. Mm-hmm. Other people, it flexes around. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty stagnantly, like, I say, did I say on the, about me description, or not? I said I'm trans mask agender, meaning I tend to go more masculine, but there is some non-binary people who are AFAB that literally are very feminine.
Right.
So, for that one, it depends on the person. For me, no.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, I swear, I might make a video on this, but, like, I literally took up learning gentleman's code.
What is that? What do you mean?
Just, like, you know, whatever, like, chivalry is things. There's even, like, a huge code that girls aren't allowed to know. It's just like stuff like holding the door for a girl, just like being a gentleman, which I'm not a man, gentle person. It's just like gentleman's code is just like things that it's kind of like the bro code, but more for people who want to be like a gentleman.
Straight to the heart. Ooh, So
What?
If, the song they're playing out
What?
there.
Okay.
I love that song.
Let's not get distracted by background noise. Because I don't think... Hopefully they don't hear that because I don't want to get struck. Copyright struck.
Oh, no, I think they're good.
Yeah.
Them listening to me do a horrible, horrible version of that song probably does not count as intended use. So I think we're safe.
And it's also under 30 seconds.
True.
So yeah.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, we're safe. But, so, let's go ahead and use vehicles now as far as, like, making up swear words now.
Okay.
I know this is a very common one, but you mother trucker.
That's a class.
You've got to be honking me right now.
Ooh, that's a good one. You gotta be Hondaing me right now. You gotta be 2003 Honda Civicing me right now.
Are you Toyotaing me right now? Oh, man. No, my opinion is no bro code needed. Just equal respect. But the thing is that some ladies, tell me if I'm wrong here, but do you like to be treated very, very well by just like a gentleman or no?
I would say for me personally, yes. I think I do a lot of like reciprocation, but I think we've all been kind of like ingrained with these ideas of like what girls do and what guys do, and I think it's hard because it does stick with us even if we grow up and we realize it's all kind of
Yeah. Remember vehicles. Bull bicycle. Bull bicycle.
But like, I want to see. I used to hold doors for women, but found out later in life that some women are offended by having door held open. I will never. This is just a personal thing. I'll never be offended by somebody holding the door open for me. I will never be. Okay, see, I'm not religious, but I'm not offended by somebody saying like "bless you" or something. I'm like, I will take that blessing. I don't know if it's real or not.
Just so you know, I tend to go very a-religious on this channel.
Okay.
Even in real life, but like I just take it as a common saying, you know. Because Kazoom-tight sounds SUV-ingly dumb. That it's just a common saying. It's kind of like if you were to like what other common sayings that just are common sayings?
No, like, I think I know what you mean, like, for sure. But I guess, like, in a literal sense, like, you know, or, you know, when people say, like, if something's happening to you in your personal life, you might have, like, a relative or somebody that's like, oh, I'm, like, praying for you. And it's like, you know, I'm not going to be like, ugh.
I've had that before. And with those situations, I tend to just let people believe what they believe.
Totally, I agree.
Unless you hurt me, I'm gonna let you believe what you believe. But yeah, just I tend to choose to be very unreligious, just because I keep in mind that the donut batches of varying religions.
For sure, and like respect to everybody. I think with like what Sticky is saying with like the door and stuff like that. I mean, some people are just, they might be offended by anything, or they might want a reason to be upset or like whatever, but for me, and I think for a lot of people, like you learn to appreciate any act of generosity, just take separate from, I don't know, gender roles, like anything like that. It's just like when people are sweet to you, like when somebody thinks of you to hold the door open for you or something like that. Like that makes your day.
Let's see here. Here's something kind of funny, but I've literally gotten in chivalry wars with people.
Like, what do you mean?
Where yes, I hold the door open for somebody, and then they're like, no, you. Then I'm like, no, you. Then they're like, no, you.
That's funny.
Then I'm like, no, you. It's just like, you can go. No, you can go. No, you can go. Mm-hmm. It's just like one of those, like, I swear, like, if I ever go on a platonic date with somebody, or even if it's like a friend, I swear, like, I will go ahead and arm wrestle them for the bill. I'd be, like, I would want to be, like, that person that, like, has a platonic relationship where, like, whoever wins, like, we do silly challenges for the bill, and whoever wins has to pay. That's what I want in a platonic relationship, to be able to do, like, silly things.
I think that's really sweet. I think you have, like, a good perspective on it.
Just, like, I like to do silly things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. Yeah, it's just, like, and it would also be very funny for the wait staff to hear us, like, who can cluck like a chicken the best? Let's just say that I'm not, like, the general person at all.
Did you ever have to do a moo-off?
A moo-off?
Did you ever do one of those?
No, I saw a bark-off happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, when I saw that happen during IRL obligation, I'm like, if that were to happen to me, then I would just speak like my dog. I know it would technically not be barking, but my dog goes like, just like howls, just like talks like a husky. Do you think that would have counted as a bark during a bark off?
For sure. You kind of go with whatever you want. Like, the rules are pretty loose, so it's nice.
Seeing a ton of my peers just like barking like dogs was just so hilarious.
Well, I think that's the thing about like the time in our lives that we're currently at is like seeing people willing to be silly is so refreshing because everybody wants to act like they're cooler than you.
Yeah, I feel like that tends to be a common problem in life. Like, across all of my IRL obligations in the history of ever, whenever someone wants to go ahead and act like they're doing something silly, most people are just like, wait, this is the game we're playing. Tractor, no. Tractor, no. I ain't unicycling doing this. Like, no tricycling way. I just had to think of another vehicle. Is a tricycle considered a vehicle? I use the 7-second rule. If the person is 7 seconds approximately behind me, then I hold let's just say I've made that mistake before.
Oh my god, yeah. I think you ever like held the door for someone for so long and then it's like, oh, this is weird now. Like, it's weird. I used to do that all the time.
Same.
And it's like, it shouldn't be awkward, but then like the person's doing one of those like awkward run things. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And it's like, I've had moments where I do not want to talk to somebody. And so like if they're ahead of me, I'm like, oh, I kind of hope they don't hold the door for me because I just want to not interact. But,
oh man.
That's pretty messed up.
The IRL to-go boxes are so good for that, man.
Oh yeah.
But
engaging.
I literally took a to-go box this morning because I wanted to go ahead and put the jam that Mama Pastry made me on pancakes.
Aww.
And it would look silly if I were to bring jam to breakfast. Just so you know, Mama Pastry is going to be on a hobby interview show in a few cycles from now.
Okay.
She's just going to talk about jam. Then I'll hold the door equally for guy or girl. If they are in a wheelchair or crutches, I'll up it to 30 seconds. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, honestly. When it comes to anyone with crutches, I tend to ask them if I can help them carry something. If I don't have anything else to do.
That's nice.
Or if I only have videos to do. Most generally, I tend to use videos as a good way to fill up time. Which sometimes that can backfire because whenever I have like empty time without my equipment, I tend to be like, oh, I could be making something right now, but I don't have my equipment with me. But yeah, I just feel like chivalry, chivalry.
It's a tough one.
That I feel like that word needs to die, but the act will not ever die. That word is so hard to say.
It's a tough one.
That's why I said gentleman's code.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also about like if a woman is cold, you give them your suit jacket. It's just like those things.
Yeah.
Like, suits are way better to wear than dresses. You're gonna disagree on me on this.
I just think dresses are so cute.
Let's go ahead and figure out what other. Oh, let's not colors. Let's use objects as random swear words now. But one thing I personally can't stand is handshaking, lol. But here's the awkward thing with handshaking. I feel like there tends to be like the masculine way of handshaking, and then you got the more femininely way of handshaking. Like, if you were to go ahead and shake my hand right now, I tend to go more like that, like a guy would. But girls tend to go more
like
soft.
gentle,
Yeah, I tend to just kind of just slam my hand. It depends on the gender of the person, but I tend to, if it's a guy, I tend to go ahead and like shake hands like a guy. I think that kind of throws people off, though. Like during Johnny Jams, this is gonna be an added bit that won't ever be in a video. Because it don't fit anywhere. Unless I just do a random screwing around episode. Crap. Oh, screws are random objects. Okay. But yeah, we both lost this game, honestly. But yeah, the most important thing is to entertain the batch. So I think we didn't lose. And the fact that I made it to 500 just is a surefire way of me not losing. But I still can't believe I made it. But yeah. What was we talking about before I was trying to think, before I totally grocery bagged it up?
Well, we were talking about handshaking?
Handshaking. Right. But it's just like, and with a they, I tend to do more masculinely with theys too.
Oh, okay.
I think. It just depends on what vibe they give me. As far as like what on the spectrum. Sometimes I might do like a medium. It just depends. But during Johnny Jams, they pretty much like helped me out with all the deficits of being raised as a girl when it comes to like handshaking and stuff like that. Literally like one of the things we did whenever no one came was just practice handshaking. One thing that I definitely need to know how to do for my gender that I, for whatever reason, can't seem to figure out is how to tie a tie.
Oh, ties are hard.
Do you know how to tie a tie?
No, I don't.
You don't even need to know how to tie a tie.
But in all the movies, the like hot wife does it for her husband.
But that's the movies.
True.
Like, think about it. When is real life ever like the movies?
Not enough.
My goodness. My goodness gracious. Why do you hair clippingly think that life needs to be more like the retainer casing movies?
I think it's hard for me not to think like that. Like, the way that I grew up and stuff, always watching movies and, like, TV with my parents, I feel like made me develop like a really idealized way to look at the world. And so when things aren't romantic enough and sparkly enough for me, I'm really disappointed.
Romance, gross.
Not like literally romance. You know what I mean? Like if things aren't like dreamy enough. Like in general, like when you're walking to class or whatever, and you're like, this doesn't feel like a movie. You know, like I don't know. I think so sorry.
It's okay.
I don't have a very like pragmatic way of looking at the world. I think I look at the world through like rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, I tend to look at the world like, I guess kind of like Tim Tom does. Like, with Tim Tom, another Storytime animator, he tends to be like, if something goes wrong, just make a video about it. And I just tend to go ahead and have, like, the whole, like, if something happens to me, I can make a video about it and not suffer as much. But, yeah, I just tend to look at the, yeah, I tend to look at the world very differently. Just like, I think, I feel like, cartoonists in general just have, like, a different way of just going about the world. Because, like, if you look at, I'm gonna hate myself for this, but if you were gonna to look at movies and look at cartoonists in general, cartoonists won't ever be the popular kids. Like, most generally, your cartoonists are the type that don't go with the grain of the world. Have you noticed? Wait, then again, you're not a cartoonist. But, like, most generally with cartoonists, they don't tend to be like your popular kids, because it seems like, in the movies and just, like, in real life, like, the popular kids are more concerned about, keeping their popularity than they are about, like, creating something. They don't have time to create something. Then you got the cartoonists where it, like, people being bullied and becoming cartoonists are kind of a cliche. But it is kind of very, like, accurate, too. Most generally, like, I'm not a part of, like, here's one of the ways I don't fit in the cartoonist stereotype. Cartoonists tend to be very, very, like, socially awkward. YouTube has a Thai tutorial that has 47 million views. I have watched it at least 5 times myself.
That's life.
Yeah, if I wasn't a faceless creator, then I would go ahead and literally make so many videos about failing how to tie a tie. But yeah, it's like, here's a random thought. It's crazy how many different random bases are a part of mine. Like, there's this gay education channel by the name of Powered by Rainbows, where I got a good chunk of my base from because I helped them mod videos during their streams. And I've also just intermingled with so many different bases to where, like, the donut batch is just random bits and pieces of bases together. And it's great. But yeah, would you consider yourself a Donut Batch member? I know you're my friend, but would you consider yourself a Donut Batch member?
I think after this, I have to be, right?
No. Most generally, I tend to put the Donut Batch members tend to be the people who tend to watch my streams and not know me in real life, but I wouldn't say that the people who know me in real life couldn't identify as a Donut Batch member.
I mean,
it just depends on how you feel.
I'm a supporter of you when you're pastry and when you're IRL obligation. So
I gotta go grocery shopping. Have a good one.
Thanks, Sticky.
Thank you, Sticky. I platonically love you. But yeah, let's see. Did you say, do you have any, like, questions for, like, me? I know this isn't the Q&A, but we're starting to run out of things to talk about.
I kind of like this better. Like, I would love to. I mean, I just enjoy talking to you, and so it's fun, like, laughing with you, but it's also really interesting to get to know you as a person and also to see, like, what you're open to sharing with the world.
Yeah. It's just that, when we talk outside of streams, I'm gonna be, like, more of a person. I guess, like, I am a person with my base, but there's just some things that I don't feel comfortable enough sharing yet. Just because of the whole, like, there is I'm just gonna say a hate base. Like, it seems like for almost every fan base, there's an anti-fan base, too. Luckily, the Rebellious Pastry anti-fan base isn't that big. If there is probably one. There is most definitely one. But, not anyone on the internet.
Well, you seem like you handle it really well. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
In my personal life, I am going on a journey of, like, self-confidence and, like, I just want to know, because you definitely carry yourself on here and in real life, like, in a way that it seems like you do have really good confidence. Can you tell me a little bit about how you've achieved that, or at least how you fake it if it's not true? Just because, you know what I mean? Like, people just walk through life pretending they're confident when they're not. So I'm really curious about where you stand. Is it sincere, or is it something you have to work on?
As far as, like, the channel goes, I'm very confident on the channel. Outside of the channel, that is going to be an off-air discussion. But, most generally, I tend to be like if I mess up, people are not going to care that much to carry that on, if you know what I mean. Like, people mess up all the time. I tend to just act silly enough in general, as if I were to make a silly mistake, then I would go ahead and, then it would just look like I was being normal. Normally me. So yeah, I tend to make fun of my mistakes a lot. Like, whoops. Like, whoops, I wasn't able to cook a potato on a campfire for 10 minutes. Whoops, apparently it takes longer. I just tend to make fun of a lot of things. Just like, the I Was Dumb series, which I think is the most popular series on this channel currently. That's basically me poking fun of myself for dumb things.
I think it's really inspirational how you have such a good sense of humor about life.
Yeah, I tend to have a very good sense of humor about life, and honestly, I think Pastry helped me with the good sense of humor with life, just because it's just like, oh, I guess I'll have a video to make now, which one of the problems I do have, which with making videos is, like, I've talked to other Storytime animators, and the problem they tend to have is, oh, I'm running out of videos to do. And here's my problem. I have so many ideas that my mind just crashes. Hello, Branimator. But yeah, my mind just... We're thinking of objects now. What object have I not done? Oh yeah, piece of paper. But that wouldn't make sense. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna get my pieces of paper together and say that, what were we talking about before I went on a random object tangent?
Having so many ideas.
Oh yeah. It's toothpastingly impossible to not have my mind crash because of how many ideas I have. And it is a legitimate problem. Like, whenever I make one script, I can't just have one script. I end up with 10 halves if I don't be like, okay, I'm gonna just label this script. I'm just gonna label this next idea on a separate doc and put it to the side. As I finish this one, it's just like, it's so hard to work on one script without going on a tangent.
Yeah.
And most generally, whenever someone's like, hey, Pastry, I'm running out of ideas, I tend to be like, just so you know, Storytime animators tend to go ahead and play, and this is true. The OGs did this, but they tend to go ahead and like take people's ideas, not like the video, but like take someone's idea that they've already done, make their own video about it, and post it. Mm-hmm. When it comes to idea stealing, I feel like it's more encouraged in the Storytime animation community than it is punished. Because if you take someone's idea, no two videos are going to be the same.
Right.
Like, let's say someone makes a video about failing at life. Or not, let's be more specific here. Let's say someone makes a video about weird habits, which actually have happened to a Storytime animator that haven't posted in a while. I hope he's okay. By the name of King Elk. And he made this story about having weird habits. Then I made a video. Then Mista Boosta made a video after mine. And then, yeah, so it just tends to be a very popular, like, thing to go ahead and be like, oh, I like this idea. I'm going to take it, credit the creator, and make one of myself. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Do you want to go ahead and go into closing announcements?
Sure.
Do you have... why don't you go ahead and go into, why don't you go ahead and go into my phone and type your link up real quick?
Okay, let's see.
Do you have an Instagram or anything?
I don't go on it, so...
Like, do you have anything that you post on?
I post on LinkedIn. And... yeah, I would say... Oh, page not found. Damn. Oh, you don't have one. But...
do you want me to go ahead? Why don't you send it to me, and then I can put it on the chat real quick.
That's great.
Since we have enough time to do that. But yeah, why don't you send it to me right now? So that we can go ahead and, so that I can post it in the chat. But yeah, what do you do on LinkedIn? I thought that was like a job finding site.
Brandon said, this was 42 minutes ago, he said, tell
Brandimation.
That, they hit 500.
Yeah. Brandimation's one of my Storytime animation.
Brandon.
Brandimation? Brandimator?
No, from the coffee, from the IRL.
Oh. IRL obligation. Oh. Fudge. Sickle. Oh, yeah. He lives with you, right?
Yes.
You guys are roommates?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, right. I talked to them earlier. Him? Them?
Mm-hmm.
Him?
Yeah, him.
Oh. This is a random side tangent, but I literally sometimes forget gendered pronouns exist.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to say they a lot for people. Because the worst thing you could say is like, oh crap, I'm just trying to be respectful of different pronouns other than she and he. I literally get in this like, sometimes my mind just forgets that he and she exist. And just go like they, and I'm just like, whoops, oh, Fruit Loops. I'm just like, oh, Fruit Loops, because it's like, oh my. But yeah, did you send me that?
Yes.
I'm just being too busy as a streamer to be just like, but yeah, what is LinkedIn exactly?
Oh, dude. LinkedIn, you're gonna need one.
Other than a job thing.
That's pretty much it. You want to build connections. It's very, very, very important. Like it's genuinely like you think it's stupid until you become very dangerously close to needing a job, and then you're like, oh my god, this is actually.
Just so you know, most of the connections on here would probably be like graphic art and out of the state.
I'm fine with it.
But yeah, which maybe an IRL obligation, I can go ahead and get a job in graphic art. I think I'm gonna wait until like after Christmas, but I think someone literally offered me something during, yeah. But yeah, please check her. Oh man, I just talked about this. Gendered pronouns exist. You dumb person. Dumb. I'm thinking of an object. My Discord needs to shut it. But yeah, so for me being a dumb piece of pizza, hello, crazy sponge. We're about to end this stream. Alrighty. So closing announcements is thank you to Sticky Art and Sci-Fi Nation for helping me get to, and everyone else who have helped me out, get to 500 subscribers. I'm probably gonna go, like, cry after stream because of how grateful I am for everyone. And then this weekend will be the announcement video of this coveted, thing that I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It's another social media, but you will have to watch the video to know which one. And for those who are my friends, both channel friends and IRL friends, if you know about it, don't spoil it to the base. But yeah, anyways, and then yeah, I guess I'll just keep on working on videos now because people actually watch them. Anyways, do you have an outro?
Congratulations on hitting 500. You deserve it, and thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, alrighty. I guess that's a outro. Anyway, I platonically love you, my donut